We live, Merv. Merv, we live.
Nigga, I
Nah,
thought you were playing the video.
I don't know. I thought you was
I
frozen.
played I played the video. Did you not see the video?
Uh,
Goodness.
oh, my bad. Yo, I'm used to hearing music and shit. I forgot our video is silent. My bad.
Yeah. Oh, this bull. Crazy. This
It's
bull
too
right here.
early.
Hey,
Let me start
my
pulling
bad.
right
Hey, what's
now.
up, world? That's all my fault. I was fixing a damn drink and I
Oh,
forgot.
absolutely your fault. Everybody know that too. You gotta tell the world that.
Hey, we back. We back. We back to talk about Power Book Ghost 2. Um,
Episode
hold
9.
on, hold on. I'll take one more swing. Ah!
Goodness.
All right, go then. Stacks, what's up, man?
I'm chilling, man. I am chilling.
All right, that was kind of dry as shit. Tina, what you up to?
I'm just chilling like a villain. I'm here today with the hoodie on. You know what I mean? Back and
I see you
relaxing.
hoodied up.
Okay, you got you blacked out. All right. And Mark, what you up to? Shit, you got a hoodie on too, huh? Or
Yeah,
your
He
you
shit?
copied
know.
me.
Your shit.
I don't know. She in all black. I think she was hanging with Kane earlier. So I ain't really sure.
True, true. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and dive in this motherfucker. So I had. Now I was going through putting everything together, and I had Stacks reach out to me and came up with a little theme. So the theme I got from Stacks. Hit me up earlier today. Like, y'all think we should go from this angle. So the theme came from him. Um, and the title of the show, the title show this time is called Monster. So that's the theme that we're gonna dive into, and we're gonna kind of start with, and we see how it flow. So when they talk about the book, when the beginning scene, the classroom scene is always a good scene for most shows. They talk about the show and they talk about the book, and Jabari asked about Monster,
It's a
and
Frankenstein, right?
it was Frankenstein. Yep, it
Mm-hmm.
was
Yeah.
Doctor Frankenstein, and everybody was talking about how Frankenstein looked, or how or the correlation between black and brown, but everybody was trying to putting on the monster, right? And then Tariq said, and I wrote it down. Tariq said they called him a monster because of how he looked, but he could have been made a monster based on how they treated him. Now, I'm gonna use that to start off, and we're going straight to the scene where we're gonna start. The first character we're gonna start off is Kane. All right, with this monster theme. In the beginning of the show, this nigga is moving body parts, cut up body parts, with
Yeah.
a fucking smile, like a smirk on his face, like this nigga's getting a hard on, like this, like this nigga's about to get some pussy or some shit. That's
He's
how this
done it
nigga
all
smiles.
season.
Yo, he's smiling like, yo, I've been waiting on this pussy all damn year. And I'm finally about to get this shit. But he's moving body parts. Nigga drop a whole head in a goddamn case and was smiling and shit. Now
Mm-hmm.
that's at the beginning, right? But then you fast forward to the end where Kane just got told by Monet, run Kane, or I'm gonna put you down myself. And Kane said, Ma, but you made me this way, Ma.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
talk about
Mer,
what Tariq said. Could the monster really not really been how he looked, but the way that they treated him? Then
Mm-hmm.
you go from that first scene with Kane. just smiling and tossing tossing bodies at the beginning to the last scene where after he's become a monster, and now it's like they can't control this monster.
Mm-hmm.
You mad because you can't control this monster, and he said, "Ma, you made me that way."
Yep.
But that's how I'm gonna start off this show. Any thoughts? Any follow-ups?
Well, Merv, let me go first. I want to start by saying I wish each and every one of y'all had a Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
But to but to get right into it, this show it was not only a good episode in my opinion. I think it was deep because of the title and because of some of the things that they talk about. Classroom scene, as far because we're dealing with multiple monsters as far as characters in this show, and we started off with Kane. Now the significance of that whole scene with Lil Guap and Kane when they were disposing of those bodies. That's Little Guap. Those was Little Guap's soldiers, and Kane is the biggest monster of all simply because okay, he spared Lil Guap, but he's literally making this dude help him dispose of the bodies of his soldiers. These are people that he really care about. I mean, if y'all can remember the little hitter that they sent at Tariq. Lil Guap is serious about his crew, you know, because he was upset, you know, when the little hitter got clipped. So he's literally laughing as he's helping Lil Guap dispose of his soldiers. That shows how much of a monster that Kane has become. And I absolutely agree as far as you know, him being created that way.
Yeah, I would say like this. It kind of reminds me when he was disposing of the body parts. And Kane loves to do this. I mean, he chopped up Uncle Frank too. So
Yes.
You know, like so he's happy.
Enjoy that shit too much.
Yeah. But it kind of reminds me of, you know, back in Power when Kanan was with Dre, and he was just like, look, he cut his tongue out, and he was just like, yo, yeah, I mean, you got to kill this bull in the back of the car, like. So it kind of reminded me of that, you know, like, listen, I understand this your man's, but he got to go. And Kane, you know, like he ran down on those guys and he kept Guap alive. It kind of reminded me of that in a way where they had to get rid of those guys, you know, because of what previously had happened. So I was like, you know, Kane definitely shown all season, you know, that he's a monster, but really, you know, it kind of comes down to why. And I think personally, you know, Monet, she was a lot more softer with Drew and Diana, and she kind of kept Kane out the loop on a whole bunch of stuff. And when Kane had questions, she never gave him any answers. Just just do what I say, and that's it. And that's why I think, yeah, I mean, we got to this part.
Well, I think it's kind of funny how it seems like Monet created a monster that is now beyond her control. But based off of what you said, Mark, I'm gonna go back to the part where this is what she wanted. She told Kane, "You need to play your. Everybody got their position. Play yours." So that's Kane is the muscle. He's the hitter. He's the guy when the dirty work needs to get done.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess his hands got a little bit too dirty. But this it is absolutely. I'm not absolving Kane of any guilt, but this is a monster of Monet's own making.
Yeah,
clearly. Tina B, what's up? What's on your mind?
It makes me think about like what's Kane's past that she would treat him this way. Why did she make him this way? Was he? I've said it before. Like he wasn't the most intelligent child. So did she treat him as such? Did he act as such? Where she made him? Because she treats the other two with more respect. When she talks to them, she treats them like, okay, you guys are smart, but Kane is not. So it makes me want to think back. It makes me want to see, like, well, how was his childhood? And why doesn't his father want him to run the business? But then you got to think about Tariq also labeled him what, the bishop as a chessboard piece.
Well, he did.
Yeah,
No,
the shooter. Yep.
yeah, he said Kane was the rook, but he's the shooter. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, the rook. That's what he is, the rook. What's name is the bishop? But yeah, she made it. She made him that way. It seemed like he don't know what else to do. This is all he knows. And in order to survive, this is all he knows. And if that means he got to go against his mother, that's all he knows.
Hey, was I the only one that felt kind of bad for Kane when he said? I mean, it's fucked up. All the fucked up shit that Kane did, but I felt kind of bad for him. When he said, "You made me this way, Ma," and she just told him, run fast, and she was pretty much ignoring him. When he said that, I kind of felt a little bit bad. As fucked up as he is, I felt bad for him when he said that. I'm like, oh man,
I felt bad for him too.
That's just me though.
I felt bad for him too.
I felt bad because in the sense of he really has done every fucking thing that his mom has told him
to do.
He's done
and some other shit though.
Huh?
He did some extra shit too that he wasn't told to do.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
But all the extra
he only did like 2 extra shit.
Oh my God, are you serious? That we doing tonight too?
Yeah, he went to save Drew. He wasn't supposed to go in, but luckily he did because Drew wasn't gonna bust off. Okay, so he didn't have to shoot up the place after he went to go help Drew, so he didn't have to do that.
I think Drew was gonna bust off. You know what I'm saying? His hand was on the trigger. You know what I mean? How many
he was hesitating.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't hesitate in certain situations. Just like when Monet said, I don't even know if you're even gonna bring this part up, but when she was talking about she should have shot everybody, he would have died. He was like, what the hell? That shit was just dumb. That was dumb.
That was the worst advice ever. By the way, yeah, I thought that too. What else should have done? Should have shot everybody. What?
It would have worked for Kane because Kane holds weight in these streets. His name holds weight. His actions hold weight. Everybody would have looked at Drew. He would have shot one person maybe, and then he would have got shot up.
Well, I'm gonna say like this. Kane really, like he might have made some mistakes along the way, but the biggest mistake, was going against Tariq because Tariq, has he has a lot of pull, with that Stansfield connection with the money. You can't go against the money. You know what I mean? And why did she get Tariq in the first place, right? Because they were having problems in the streets to begin with. You know what I mean? And Tariq was like, yo, look, I can offer you a safe haven to get more money, you know what I'm saying, and move twice, the product. So I'm just like, yo, and he was right because ain't nobody on Stansfield ain't caught up to him yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Monet ain't asked him to do nothing. Tariq was harassing to be on Monet's team. Like she ain't need that motherfucker.
But here's the thing.
She should have followed her own advice. She said anybody that come across Tariq end up dead or in jail. And they got a lot of mess going on, bro. Since they met Reek, they got a lot of mess going on.
Yeah, hold up, but that not Reek mess. It's still self-imposed mess.
Yeah.
Most of that shit is self-imposed.
Thanks, Kane.
Monet and goddamn Kane shit are self-imposed.
Hey, see Kane that messed him.
Let me ask you this, Tina. What has Tariq actually done to cause any of the issues that the Tejada family is having directly?
Stack. Yeah, she frozen.
Yeah,
Okay. We'll see if we can get Tina B back. But I'm having a hard time understanding Tina B.
Yeah.
I have a question. What has he done? Damn, I lost my train of thought. What has Tariq done to really mess up as far as besides not having the money at the end of the show? We're gonna get into that where he takes responsibility. But what has he done?
Everything is
And what has he done?
I think what Stack's trying to say. All right, go ahead.
Like in general, across the board, or as far as with Kane?
Okay, I know. I know. We joke
No, as far
about.
as how to, like,
I know we joke about Tariq being a
like,
fuck up,
like
right?
all the problems that they got, like the problems they got. What? How many of those problems did he cause? That's probably that's it, right?
Yeah, that's what they're asking.
I mean, I guess
Okay.
I guess I understand what you're saying. Like he just being himself, but I feel like he underhandedly knows that he's getting under Kane's skin. I think he underhandedly knows that. I think so. He look how he be looking at him, and first of all, how did Tariq know to say to make that answer to Monet when she said, what she said, who can I trust? That was a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did he know how to answer that? Did anybody
She
ever
hate
think
those.
about that? Like,
She hate those motherfuckers being savvy.
Yo.
Yo, Tina, you gotta chill, yo.
I'm just saying. And then what made Tariq get the balls to come at Kane the way he did the first time they was in the car together? Like,
because this nigga been around Tommy, he been around Kanan, he been around Ghost, he's done been around some real niggas. So
Ray, he's been in some sticky situations.
I say like,
Kanan?
but y'all seen the little smirk he gave Kane when Kane had to give up the gun. He was like,
yeah,
And
like and then you heard what he said to Kane when Kane asked him to get some snacks for him. He was like, "Yeah, I motherfucker." Like, you ain't hear that shit.
hold up, but hold up, time out, because now you're not being
like he poking the bear. Like
your hate is coming out right now. Because one, listen, you done been around motherfuckers before. I know you done been around some people before, and you feel that hate. You feel the hate oozing out their fucking skin. Even without.
But if I'm trying to be a part of your family, then why would I antagonize you?
Yo,
good point. I'm saying I ain't gonna say it ain't. That's a good point.
So
I feel like
okay.
I feel like Monet gonna regret it. We're not gonna see it now, but I feel like she's gonna regret picking Tariq over. Or maybe she don't even know that she's picking Tariq over
wait.
Kane. Maybe she don't even notice it or realize it that it's hurting him.
No. She never picked Tariq over Kane. She didn't. Hold up.
Okay.
With actions, you have reactions and consequences. All right. Kane put himself in that damn position by going after Tariq. Like Mark said, the nigga went after Tariq, went after money. You know when you part of a mafia or a family like that.
Thank you, Becca. Well, go ahead.
Whatever. You know when you part of a mafia or something like that, you gotta get when you got a partner, you gotta get permission to kill certain motherfuckers. And and them being in a partnership, you just
why
can't
Monet ain't check? Why she ain't check Tariq when Kane was like, "Ma, he got my name coming out of people's mouths up his Stansfield," which he shouldn't have. So why Monet ain't check Tariq on that? Like, why you talking about my family out there? Who's this white boy? Like,
because you know why? Because he did something that was even a greater goddamn possible consequence by picking up these fucking white boys and going to fucking hood and put their ass on the goddamn street. That brings even more heat. So if he was that fucking
who told Kane to do that shit?
Then why would
who told Kane to do that shit? I guess that's Tariq's fault too, huh?
I mean, Tariq should have been in his room, and then it's like, nah, I'm playing.
I'm gonna say like this, man. Tariq, Tariq doesn't fear Kane. I'm like, man, as soon as that boy texts, like, yo, man, where my money? I want my money, right? He like, shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, it's like he kind of knows how to maneuver with him a little bit, but Two-Bit, he be shook, like the life come out of him. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I think.
Hey, so we're gonna stay on Kane, but we're gonna do just a slight pivot, and we're gonna go on this thing that Tina has talked about either every episode or every fucking other episode. All right, so there's two monsters starting to evolve, and I was starting to see the Cain and Abel thing that she's been talking about this whole season. When Drew went to the damn spot, and then Drew was like, and he saw this nigga walking, and he said, "What up, Drew?" And he looked at Kane like, "Yo, why that nigga still breathing?" Damn, what? Like, this nigga Drew is really fucking evolving. So he grabbed Kane and pulled him. Kane snatched his hand, but was like, "Yo, it was like, yo, fuck Monet. Me, you can run this shit." And blase blase. And then later on, Kane tells Drew, "Yo, you either with me or you against me. Whose side you on?" So that's two. I can see two that Kane and Abel shit that Tina been talking about this whole season. I see this shit starting to evolve, and Drew is turning into a little motherfucker. So
yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a good theory but I'm wondering, based on that, I'm wondering who's Drew's going to blame as far as him getting shot, because the theory might because Monet is blaming Kane, which I think is bullshit because she's the one who sent Kane away. See, I'm objective.
Mhm.
I can do both. She said, "Where were you?" She told Kane that. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? Didn't you send this motherfucker? What you mean? Where was he? You know, y'all didn't find that kind of crazy?
Yeah, she was so distracted with Tariq, had the gun to him because he
Oh
ain't
my
have her
god!
money,
Had a bread.
and Kane was calling. Y'all ain't see that? The phone was ringing on the counter, and she was scolding Tariq. He was trying to warn her.
we saw that.
Yeah.
So you trying to blame
But whose fault that whose fault is who is it? Big Guap in the crew? Whose fault was that they came from on there? Whose fault was that? Tariq fault too?
Hey, he was locked up. They took him in. They took Kane in. Remember, he was on his way to go do the drop with them, and he got picked up.
Oh yeah, because he did the robbery with GTG.
Right.
Exactly.
So Tariq
Yeah.
could have been upstairs. He shouldn't have been downstairs kissing Diana. Like, what you there for? What you down in the basement for?
Yeah, you doing the most.
I'm gonna say like this, man.
Kane, at the end of the day, Kane was on his way. He heard what happened. He tried to call before he got there. He tried. It's Drew's fault. Drew got shot. Dumbass. A whole bunch of bullets coming through the window. Yeah, a whole bunch of bullets coming through the window. Your mother tell you to stay there. You gonna get up.
Yeah,
What your little gun gonna do?
That is a good point. I don't know why you fuck up. I don't understand that at all.
He was trying to build some hero shit.
I'm just saying he might have an SK in the back, but you got to slide across the floor to get to that shit.
You gotta crawl. Hey, we got no crawl in the military, yeah.
3 trucks with machine guns going. Tat, 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 tat. Where you going? Where you going?
Slide across the floor. Don't get up. That's the last thing you should do. I ain't even surprised he got hit. I'm surprised he got hit. He ain't get hit more. You know.
He fortunately only got hit once.
Yeah, definitely.
When he got hit once, he fell. Shit, that's why.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you though, right? I was like, Monet, she's the only female character, ever since Tariq been in the Power existence, that kind of doesn't really cater to him at all. All the other women, right? The girls and all that, they all kind of give him a pass. Monet ain't giving up no pass to no Tariq. You know what I'm saying? Just like anybody who hates Tariq should love Monet because she ain't giving no pass to Tariq, and all the other women in his life gave him a pass of some sort.
I tell you what, Monet, when this season first started, Monet was very much in the background. She might give orders, whatnot, but she wasn't really doing much. But they have really started bringing her ass out in the last couple episodes.
Yeah.
And she is really, the monster within is starting to fucking show. And that goddamn scene when Carrie walked into that fucking office and goddamn see Monet, and she was like, "Yeah, my office hours are right now, bitch. It's right now."
Yeah, ghost moment.
Yo, but Merv, while we on that, I need to talk about Carrie because this motherfucker want to help every goddamn body, man, and she's trying to dig and get all this information. Saying Zeke, you need to go to the cops. Zeke, stupid ass. He already know that ain't an option,
That's the
But
most
with
attention
all
Zeke ever got.
yeah, but with all the pillow talking and stuff that's going on, and I don't remember how much information that Carrie actually gave to the detective, which I thought that was bad writing. As far as okay, a detective is going to let the faculty assist him with the investigation. I was like, okay, that doesn't sound like something that would happen in real
Well,
life.
well,
He only did that because he took a liking. There was an attraction between him and
I
Carrie.
I thought I was the only one that peeped that too. And Jabari hating ass, he peeped it as well.
It's
Yo, Merv, I don't know if he's Merv,
He's
Mark.
always hating. Always.
Hey, I could assist her. I'm Doctor Jabari. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like,
ain't
Yeah,
nobody asked you.
you,
ain't nobody ask you
yeah,
shit.
nobody asked him a motherfucking thing, man.
Yeah, that was
one of them
It's
going to
fucking
die.
annoying.
That's a whole nother situation. One of them going to die though. It might be Carrie because she getting in
Hey,
too deep.
so I didn't even think about that.
They might clip Carrie.
So check right. I didn't even think about he did that because it was attraction with her, and that's why he did that. I was
Oh, I
thinking
noticed that low key as well.
I was thinking more on the fact that this is a prestigious white university where it was one of the white privilege things that come with being a white majority status prestigious university. So that's what I was thinking.
The so I don't, what's Alonzo's name on there? What's his name? That's his
um,
real name. Well, the
Who?
detective. We're gonna call him the
yeah,
detective. He wasn't gonna let none of that go down, but because he took a liking to Carrie and she stood up and she knew the fact that what even caught his eyes that she knew GTG, and then he started paying attention to her. Like how you know? And then the lady was like the other lady from the school was like, oh, she was a prosecutor. And then he took a liking to her. It was like, oh, prosecutor, oh, detective, click. And then they just started looking at each other. Jabari was only going with everything. He heard Carrie say something and he was like, yeah, yeah. You didn't see what happened over the summer? Yeah, police targeting black kids. He was just only trying to agree with with Carrie. It was all fake, bro. He only allowed that shit because he liked Carrie, and that's the only reason
Yeah,
he allowed that shit.
it
yeah.
was trash.
Well, I'm trying to. He's trash because he the only like he don't want her to be with nobody else. Like, look, if I can't be with her, I don't want nobody getting with her. That's just he real corny. He's just corny, man. Oh, everything about him corny.
Meanwhile, he's
His
smashing
obsession is getting a
students
little
on the
bit too
side.
much. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I think does he know she's an addict because it's like he want to be with her, but it's like she's pushing him away to protect him because she knows that if the situation calls for it, she gonna smash whatever available.
does who know who's an addict?
Does Jabari know she's an addict?
Yeah, he wrote a book on
Yeah,
her. His first
yeah.
book was about her.
His book was about her. Yeah,
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
you know what
just
I'm
making
saying.
sure.
Yeah, but he ain't getting the yams no more. You know what I mean? And that's pissing him off because somebody else getting it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why he's playing HI Private Eye, trying to do investigations. I'm like, but I ain't never seen no shit like that before in my entire life. Well, this dude is actually taking notes and being like a private investigator, trying to figure out who's smashing since he ain't no more. Like, how weak is that, man?
Yeah.
I feel bad for Zeke.
Mm.
Why you
You see
feel
how
bad for?
she looked at Tariq and how she looked at the detective and even how she looked at Jabari. She ain't never look at Zeke like that. She look at Zeke like, little boy, go home.
Yeah,
Little boy,
Zeke
why
is
you keep coming here? Little
Zeke is
boy,
in the
I don't
right
want to have
place.
sex with you right now. Like that's how she look at him.
Yeah.
That's why I
Well,
said this is the most passion she's ever showed him, which was because he got jumped or beat up, whatever.
No, that ain't weed, boy.
Who asked you that?
I had even
we,
responded.
It is
we all
not.
know who that is.
You shouldn't have even responded.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
shouldn't have responded.
Goodness, he's
So y'all notice that when Carrie was giving out the information, well, half-ass giving out information to Jabari, and they had the family picture of the Tejadas with Zeke and Diana, Drew, and Kane and all them. She said, "Do you recognize any of them?" He looked at the picture of Drew, which he clearly had seen Drew before during the course of his damn little who's fucking Carrie investigations, and he said, "Oh no." And I'm thinking to myself, like, does he really want to help with this investigation, or he's just being an opportunist to try to get back close to Carrie?
Well,
Well,
hold on. Y'all keep saying that he's doing all this falling around for Carrie. I disagree with y'all. That the falling around don't really have to do with Carrie. It has to do with him trying to save his fucking career, because his last book was trash, and it couldn't publish. So everything he's doing on the investigating and him being close to Tariq is to get information and try to put this book together, get another bestseller.
I mean, he's
Okay,
still
I
mad
didn't think
though.
about that.
He's still mad though.
Yeah, he's still bitch made. Let's not. I mean, you may be right, but he's still a bitch.
But I don't think he
Let's
said
not lose
anything,
sight
because
of that.
it looked like he just wanted to have one up on her.
but how he?
He gonna get information. He ain't gonna share it with her.
But how? It's like
he's
how
not.
do you know who Zeke was, right? Like he's the star basketball player. This guy's going to the league. Like everybody on campus know this motherfucker. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? You can't be that dumb. Like, come on, stop.
But the thing about Zeke is clearly rattled. Because when he talks about if I think I need to separate myself from what y'all doing. If I don't do that, I'm gonna talk.
Yo,
I'm like, and the thing is,
I can't
he
get over
sounds
his facial expressions at all.
weird.
It looked like Monet losing control because everybody disrespected her.
Yeah, she is. She's losing control.
This why Lorenzo got to step in. Lorenzo got to step in this shit. Like, yo, let me regulate this shit real quick, yo.
But that's more so Kane's doing than Tariq's. I know you don't want to admit that, Tina. But the source of a lot of their problems. Let's go back to episode 1. We started with Kane being in conflict with this dude because his dude's girlfriend sucking him off in the bathroom or whatever. And he ended up, that's one of the first bodies he caught. And again, Monet was with him. So she signed off on the murder. But
she also backed him up too, though. She ain't get on King.
Yeah. Right.
She ain't say like why you was in the bathroom doing that. Like she always had his back, and then eventually she started turning when he did something crazy, she got on him, but before she wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I agree with Zeke not being wrong for looking out for himself, but at the same time, if Zeke takes the cheese and snitch and all that shit, I mean, he saves himself, but his family will perish, as a lot of them will go to jail if he tell them everything that went down.
And that's
Man,
exactly that's exactly what Monet said. You know what I mean? Yo, you want Drew to get roped up? You know what I mean? Because if there's a question, you're gonna have to tell the whole story. And he was like, oh no, I don't want that. Okay then. Yo, you stay here tonight. You know what I'm saying? And that's when she was scary after that.
But here's the other thing, man. Zeke need them. Zeke won't survive without them. If they go down and get locked up, Zeke won't survive. He don't really have common sense on the street sense.
He would survive. He's not involved in that. As long as he got Tariq and he's playing basketball, he don't need them. All she do is buy him gifts.
Man, listen. You know what I'm saying? If some shit happened in the street, on the show and in real life, like, look, man, you know what I'm saying? You don't talk about it. You don't talk to no cops. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of guys in the league in real life that has all them street ties and they play ball and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So,
And
y'all play ball.
We just got through talking about how dumb this motherfucker is. All right, we just got through talking about that shit. That motherfucker would not survive without Monet in them. Because that motherfucker get taken advantage of. Even if he make it to the league, that fucker will end up broke.
Lose
Because
all the bread.
the first good pussy that he get is he's giving them everything.
Yeah, and Monet, yeah, I mean, when she met Carrie, she already peeped what it was, and she already knows like
Exactly.
I gotta protect him. You know what I'm saying? From himself because he's going to do stupid ass shit. You know what I'm
And
saying?
she peeped it immediately, and she was thinking like, yeah, they fucking. Immediately, she peeped that when they had that little meetup.
I think Zeke is some type smart because he was like, when he had that conversation with her before he started having sex with her, he was like, yo, like, these chicks, I'm not impressed no more. And they just see a baller. Like, that was a real conversation that he had. His, like,
Yeah.
own, like, his first serious moment where he was like, chicks, he's like, I done had these chicks. Like, all they see is a baller. Like, they just want me because I'm a baller.
You talking about that
But
conversation
I
with
mean,
Gary when they were sitting in the bar
Yeah,
before he tried to fuck her for the first time? You talking about that conversation? That
yeah.
sounded
Yes.
real good. That tell somebody, an older female.
He
That
really liked
yeah,
Carrie, though.
exactly,
That's why he gonna get
exactly.
hurt. He really liked Carrie.
I think that stupid motherfucker would quit playing basketball if Carrie was to just make him exclusive. He that
Okay?
sprung.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
He's
sprung.
that sprung. I ain't
Again,
messing
that's
with none
what
of
I
these. I ain't
said.
mess. Hey Merv, I ain't messing with none of these tricks no more. Now that I got a real woman.
Exactly. That's why I said, and he need the Tejada family for him to maximize his potential.
Yeah, somebody need to keep him on the path because that
Yeah.
that
But
fucking
he
straight
can't
off.
do it himself. Mm-mm. He can't
All right,
do
so
it.
let's pivot to now we go to the legal monsters. Goddamn
Oh, Davis.
Davis, Davis and
That
Stack.
motherfucker, boy, I tell you.
Woo. Man.
Look. I'm a the whole move where they went to rope up,
Epiphany.
Epiphany,
Oh, Dr.
which I
Epiphany.
don't know.
Got
I
you.
don't know what it is about Epiphany, but I love her little ratchet ass for some reason, man. She just right. Hey, hey. She said you married because that's not a problem for me. I'm like, wow. So they go to Epiphany House or whatever. I mean, and I'm thinking as soon as they go, they're going together. They're against each other. You got the prosecutor, you got the defense attorney,
Not her house.
and I'm thinking, and that shit screamed prosecutorial
Prosecutorial.
what do they call it, misconduct.
Yeah.
And Davis said something when he was talking to Tariq. I'm gonna go back to that when he was talking to Tariq. When Tariq called him needing an extension because 2-Bit said, "Hey, I need 50 bands. It's gonna be 50 bands." So he calls Davis and he says, what's gonna happen if I don't pay you?" So he makes up the little secret witness or whatever.
Of course.
And Tariq is like, "Nah, my mom is too important." Now I want y'all to take this key moment. This is my monster moment. That's new. Monster moment for Davis. When he told, I want y'all, and I don't know if y'all see the look on Paula's face when he said, she said, "Why would you make something up? Why would you tell him that? Why would you make it up?" And he was like, "Well, I wanted to keep him on track." And she said, "Well, I forgot what she said, but
She
what
said,
his
why
response
did I
was
find out why he need the money?
Yeah.
He said, I don't
exactly,
care
Mhm.
as long as I get
It's-
my money.
exactly. He said, and I quote, he said, as long as I get mine, that's all that matters." I think I think that was twofolded. Well, I think that Paula looked at that from two different perspectives because she's the side chick, right?
Yep.
So I think she looked at that as like, damn, this motherfucker really don't care about shit. So he definitely don't care about me. That's what I got from it because she kind of.
She didn't do that. She didn't have that moment until Tasha snatched her ass up and had that talk.
Well,
I feel like Paula's
that
been
was
being nosy. Like, why do you care why he need the money? That's not what y'all here for. Y'all here to get Tasha off, and that's it. Like, even when she was talking to Tariq in the first couple of episodes, and she saw the gun in his book bag, and she was asking him all these questions because he was like, "Why you here?" Like you doing too much, shorty. Play your part.
Man,
assist Davis and get Tasha off, and that's it.
these
Why you care
females,
what Tariq? Well,
these
don't you want to
females
know where he's
care
getting the
about
money
Tariq.
from?
These females care about Tariq, man. You know what I'm saying? Except for me, they don't. The only one who don't. You know what I mean? The rest of them do, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They take a liking to him. They want to help him out. They want to save him. You know what I'm
No, they
saying?
just some nosy ass bitches. That's what
That's
it
true.
is.
But
That's
they
like,
listen. They go out of their way to help the boy. Like you know what I'm saying? They don't be trying to get him in no trouble. You know what I'm saying? They try to help him.
So we got that gift and the curse. You got that
Yeah,
shit
that
switched.
man, he
that
got you. Okay, so she wanted to know where the money was coming. Then she told Tariq that it has to be wired from a legit source. He got that shit done. Now she laying in the bed with Davis talking about, oh, he sent the money from a reliable source, but I bet you it was a fake LLC, all this other shit. Like, you digging too much, shorty. You doing too much. You doing too much.
they work together. But I remind you, they do work together. She
Right,
got
but
to
if
be well
he's
informed.
but she's assisting him. They're not on the same level.
Hey, Merv,
Like,
Merv, I think it was something you said on the podcast a couple weeks ago about a selfish lover, right? I like, well, that's Davis in every sense of the word. He was just like, long as I
Yeah,
get
Davis don't give a fuck.
not just my
Ex-
money,
exactly.
just give me my nut. I really don't care what you doing. We out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo,
So
Mark.
Davis
Mark.
on
Hey,
that.
hey, Mark. Hey, Mark. You remember Jordan in the Last Dance? Well, Paula heard that shit, Merv, and she took it personal. Like, hey, like Jordan in the Last Dance. Hey, Paula was listening to that shit, and she took it personal.
Yeah. You upset.
So, well, Paula and Davis is like the good cop, bad cop, the good conscience, bad conscience. All
Yeah,
right. So
yeah, true.
that's why Paula does shit that she do, because she know Davis. I really think she do that shit to protect Davis, because she know Davis ain't gonna look for no details. He just care about the bottom line, the win loss. So I think
Oh
she
yeah.
do it for
no,
the shit.
it's what Tasha said. Even though that shit that Tasha said was just like left field, like where the hell did that come from? How did you know all that or whatever? But it's what Tasha said. She playing the side chick, hoping that he will leave his wife.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Good eye.
she feel
She would know.
like she feels like, yes, I'm the side chick, but his wife is at home and me and him are attorneys. This is our relationship. So when he don't tell her something, she feels disrespected because she in her head they in a relationship.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
gotcha.
So
Damn.
like
Get
work
it? Okay, let
husband,
me
work
use your
wife.
example. Work wife.
Okay,
hey,
see how
It
that work?
happened.
hey,
It happened.
hey, she's spitting. Hey,
And
Tina spitting, ain't she?
she really think she the work wife in her head. Like, his wife can't interfere in this. This is their relationship at work.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
indeed.
when he don't tell her something, she feel like, what? But I'm your wife at work.
Yep.
Like,
And you know what? To pick back off what you just said, I think there was a lot of hidden meaning when at the end she was like, if we're really partners and we're in this together, you would have asked me, I would have told you not to trust Sax. And then he grabbed his hand, pulled up his hand, showed his wedding ring, and said, "But you didn't ask me," and dropped that shit and walked off.
Yeah.
I think that was to piggyback off and to confirm what Tina just said. That was all. Yeah. Well, ask your wife from now fucking on about what you should
Well,
do.
thank God Tasha peeped that because she got a whole lot of info out of Paula that Tariq would have never been put on to. They would have been blind as far
Yo,
as Saxon
hey,
Davis going to
hey,
hit up Epiphany.
I was smart
speaking
by
of,
putting a mission, you know what I mean, for a code words into Paula's head to give to Tariq. You know what I'm saying?
right,
That
like,
even with Epiphany would have never happened if it
you
wasn't.
know what? I wanted
and,
Paula ass to get got
Oh,
so bad that she would have
oh,
been an accessory. That she would have
Why?
been because she
oh.
would have been an accessory to murder. She done transferred the information, not even knowing that Tasha sent the hit out through her.
You know what I'm saying? Hey man,
like, was
but
Paula
Tariq,
that goddamn naive? Like, she really
hey,
didn't catch on to that shit?
She was like, who's slick? And da 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 da. And then she really went back and told this little boy, and then this little boy telling
And
her, like, he can't talk to his mother himself. Like, he's like, well, go back and tell her. And she's like, okay, like, come on. All in
I'm,
your feelings.
mm,
hey,
All in your feelings.
it was colding the fuck out of that conversation, wasn't he?
yeah, definitely. You know. But I like Tariq did the right thing though, you know what I'm saying? With
He
Epiphany.
did.
He
I
did
hope,
that.
I mean, I hope he did on the strength of Epiphany, because I like her, that he did the right thing.
But you know,
Oh no. If she had mentioned the willingness to run, if she got paid off, which I don't know where the hell he getting all this money from because he can't pay Davis, he can't pay fucking Two Bit. So
No,
I mean,
that was
Two Bit
Monet
can come
money.
see.
that was Monet money. You know
That
what I
was
mean?
Monet money for the bricks that
Oh,
he moved.
That's Maria.
right.
Yeah,
That's why Monet was about to clap his ass.
yeah. And
Yeah, because he put her deeper in a hole.
you know, I'm trying to tell you, that's the only woman that don't pull no punches with no Tariq. You know what I mean? Ain't no pass, nothing. She ain't doing that.
But with
So,
that being said, though, with that
why we go ahead?
with that being said, though, no, go ahead, Merv, because I'm going on to another topic. Go ahead, Merv.
So why are we talking about Tariq, right? And the whole monster thing. It's like it's like when he got the message, he was conflicted. He had like this internal civil warfare going on. They talked to Effie, and he told Effie that, like, yo, my mom wanted me to do something, but I'm not sure if I should do it. Effie was like, yo, is it that bad? He was like, yeah, but I'm not a monster. Effie was like, yes, the fuck you are.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, motherfucker.
You're a monster, and I'm a monster. I accept that shit when I turned you in.
Mm-hmm.
So you just need to accept that shit too, and you'd be far better off.
All right,
And
and wait a minute. Y'all mean for like, yo, let me interject here real quick, right?
And that's when
That's
he's going
not
to turn into
that
Ghost.
that conversation, right? Walk it all the way back to season one in Power. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, did that conversation between Effie and Tariq kind of remind you of the conversation that Tasha and Ghost had? You know what I'm saying? Yo, I don't want you to be no club owner and go legit. I just want you to sell drugs, nigga. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
Yeah.
man,
Nah,
the conversation.
nah.
Man, the
yeah,
Effie, Tasha wanted Ghost to stay in the game. Effie's just telling him to accept who he is.
Yeah, right. That's true.
but is
It's
that
Um,
the same thing?
same parallel, same parallel.
No, because
Unity.
Effie not telling Tariq to be a monster for her to get money and stay in the game because
just be you.
Tasha did that shit for self. Effie don't even know what's going on. She just saying that we've been through some shit. I know we've been through some shit.
Be be true to who you
And
are.
be true to who you are.
Yeah,
Mm,
I feel that. But
yeah.
You gotta think about the age bracket too. Okay. So Ghost is older and he wants to get out. Tariq is just starting. Technically, remember, the power timeline is only 6 months.
Yeah.
damn.
So he's still brand new to the game. He ain't even been in the game for a year.
So so here's that, right? And I think that's when he did. I think that's when he did accept it, and when he did realize, shit, she's fucking right. Everything that's been said about me is fucking true. Everything I've been around has made me in this life. I think that's when he realized, yo, I am my fucking dad, which is something that he was really trying his best not
Yep.
to fucking be. Every time somebody make a correspondence between him and his dad, he quick to say, I'm nothing like my dad. So if you say you're a monster and accept it, I think that's what it was relief. It was also fear at the same time. It was relief where, okay, I'm accepted. Let me go do what the fuck my mom want me to do.
He didn't accept it wholeheartedly though, because
He did
that's why he
exactly.
Oh my
gave Effie
God.
that money.
You're right.
No, he didn't, because
No,
he gave
yeah,
Effie the money. Had he accepted the monster wholeheartedly, he would have shot her.
exactly. And I think that's when he realized, yo, I'm I feel like he's like, yo, I'm on the fucking border. Like when his dad was like, if you do this, you can never go back. I think even after he did that, everything up until now, he felt like he can go back. But I think for like after talking to Effie, mom sending that message and killing somebody that's really not haven't done anything to him really, that would have been like, yo, you straight monster status. After that
I
moment,
think
I don't know. Ghost let
I
people
think
go.
I
I
think
mean,
psychologically, Tariq doesn't accept himself or look at himself as a killer.
exactly.
he doesn't.
And I also think that he see himself turn into a monster, and he wanted to get rid of the monster. He know he can't do it, so it's almost I can't remember that fucking movie, but it was a movie where this person about to turn into a monster, and was asked somebody to kill them before they transform. Tariq couldn't do it himself, so he gave the money to this is my thing. He gave the money to Epiphany, knowing that Monet would kill him, and he was ready to accept that feat because he wanted to get rid of the monster before it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Merv, he never. Well, I get what you're saying, but I don't
It's
think
like he
Tariq.
wanted to die.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's right, and you got to give Tariq props for accepting responsibility because Tariq, I think he had enough. He had enough with it all, and that's why he had the flashback. Tariq came to the realization that he had fucked up on a whole lot of levels, and like he left a whole like Tariq is the cause of a lot of deaths from the first power. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. And when they was doing all the flashbacks and all that shit, he came to that realization, and he told Monet, yeah, I played. He said something, but I played all of y'all, and and he was just ready
confessing.
to yeah, he was confessing. He was ready to give it up. But if you take note, when he met up with Tamika and made her the attorney, this is why I say he's never accepted the role as being a monster or whatever. Now he did say something about. I think he did say something about Frankenstein. Maybe it's the way that the monster was treated, and maybe it's the way that somebody portrayed it as a monster was treated, as far as the reason they act. So he told Tamika, I'm not. He made sure he told her, yeah, I killed my pops, but I'm not a monster. He was the monster, kind of like giving himself an out as far as the why he killed him.
He still
I feel like this is the
still,
only time I sympathize with Tariq this episode because
Wow,
I can, yeah. Shut up.
that's shocking. Shit.
Just when they did the flashbacks of everybody that died, like, he didn't want his sister to die and she's gone. Then he handled it by taking out the cop. It's just like it's like murders that he didn't set. He didn't want Kanan to die either, but Kanan, Kanan was supposed to just get locked up. He wasn't supposed to die. You know what I'm saying? But it's like he's been carrying even with his father, even though I'm mad he killed his father, he did it for his mom. Everything he did really was for somebody else. And he's been carrying this weight and this burden with all these bodies and even his father. And it was when he spoke to Tamika and she asked him that question and he paused and he told her, yes, I did. It was like a breath of fresh air for him. Like he got that weight lifted off his shoulder. Because that's a lot I ain't gonna hold. That's a lot for at his age to be carrying all that weight, that burden, all those deaths on his shoulder. That's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you something though, right? When Paula, was kind of snooping around and she caught him at the school, right? I mean, he felt it then. He was just like, yo, can't nobody help me. Like, he ain't say it like, can't nobody help me, but he just like, he felt, you felt him on that. Like, yo, I'm really in this by myself and it's nothing I can do about it. And I just have to figure it out on my own. And
Effie's the only one who understands him. Effie, the only one who understands him. She's and that's why I kind of like the relationship they have, because she reads him like a book, and he knows that Effie, knows all about him, and she can read him like a book. I think that's why he's probably made the most progress as far as romantic type shit with Effie, because I think he genuinely, of the three love interests, I think Effie is probably the perfect fit, because she understands him the most, and he has to play like a juggling act with Lauren and Diana, so to speak.
Lauren is
Well,
definitely
Lauren-
Definitely
Angela.
Lauren. Definitely
Yeah,
Lauren.
all day long.
Because she was like, oh, your mom doesn't have, she shouldn't be in jail, but drug dealers and murderers. I was like, girl, if only you knew who you just said that shit to. Like,
Right.
he looked at her like, oh, bitch, you not for me. I got to go. Like, I got to go.
Right? Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
And did y'all peep that? That's the first time Tariq opened. He opened up in class. Like, that was a moment. That
Yeah.
was
It
definitely a
was.
moment.
Hey, can I finish? Hey, hey, Merv, can I finish? Remember she said, hey, remember he said that shit to Lord. Can I finish?
Yo, shut her all the way down. I like yo, Lauren got shut down that whole class, man. You know what I mean?
Got the remedial.
Sandria, by
Yeah.
you know what I mean, for Jabari, by
Jabari, yep.
she got shut
She
down
lost
all the way
points.
in that class. That was a
She
terrible class
lost hella
for her,
points.
seriously. Like, man.
But but you know what? You know what, Mark? I mean, and everybody probably can feel this. I think not knowing everybody's situation rushes people to judgment because Tariq was so upset, simply because I mean she made the comment as far as they were talking about some deep shit, in my opinion. They're talking about the prison industrial system and how black people came to this country and things of that and how we try to defend ourselves. We're painted as a monster, and she's talking about it's how we fight back. This matters and blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, history shows us it doesn't even matter how we fight back. I mean, we can be peaceful and all that shit. It's still going to come with violent backlash.
Yeah, absolutely.
And things of that nature. So not knowing somebody, like I totally disagree with her when she said all drug dealers belong in prison, simply because I think some of the biggest crooks are the legal drug dealers, pharmaceutical companies and things of that nature. But I digress really, really quick. But yeah.
Shoot. Well,
I agree. She is Lauren.
We're gonna see what happens with that. We're gonna see what happens with that. But then, let's get to the shootout though, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's get to that. What you call it, man? Rico, like, look, he asking all these questions. Yo, my man DC Joe, like, look, you know what I'm saying? He ain't around. So he just, he in the car. And I'm like, I'm like, wait a minute, that's a familiar face, right? You know what I mean? It's Rico, and he just like, man, I ain't been to New York in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? Rico roller right up there too, right? Man, Rico get there. They let off all the automatics. It was no pistol.
Yo.
Everything was automatic. I'm just
He
like,
wanted to know what his man's was. I sent you to Monet. You ain't never come back.
yo,
My product is gone. What's up?
They done shot the whole thing up. I'm like, Drew tried to be on a superhero. That ain't work out well. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man,
what the fuck was Drew doing, man?
I'm like, listen, I understand trying to get to a bigger gun, but slide.
Yeah, crawl. You got a low crawl, man. In the military, we call it low crawling, man. You got to get on them elbows and slide across the floor, man. Protect your neck.
Man, you can't get up and run. I'm like, man, you lucky he took one in the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Looked like a shoulder blast.
Yeah, it wasn't even on the left side.
Yeah.
He could have got his fucking head knocked off.
Hell
Yeah, he could have.
Jeez. I mean, he could have got hit a few times where it take a while for the body to drop because the bullets keep going in. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like this boy, I don't know what he was thinking, man. And then Kane, you know what I'm saying, for real, finally comes in there and then takes him to the hospital. But the shootout, was crazy. So I'm just like, listen, well, I don't know if this is going to work out with Rico being the connect. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see how that moves forward because he just shot up everything.
Hey, yo, real quick though, man. What y'all think about Kane clipping Ramirez, man?
Woo.
Man, that shit came out of nowhere.
Yo,
It was bound to happen, man. He
yeah.
was really starting to feel himself too fucking much with everybody. You know what I mean? And especially with Kane, because he stayed shunning. He's been shunning Kane the whole fucking season on the low.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But
Ramirez was trying to help his ass most of the time, though.
Yeah, but they made a fake ass deal. Like, oh, Monet she gonna get rid of us. Da 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 da. You made a deal with Tariq, and now you saw that Monet is backing from her son. You say some slick shit. Kane is hurt in
But
that
you know,
moment, and you gonna say some slick shit like, oh, so you know what? You know what I see now? I see
she's gonna
that
need me more than ever now.
he's like, she's going to need me more
She's
than she needs you.
she's
So
gonna
fuck
need
you,
me more than ever now.
motherfucker. Right. So then he was like, Kane was like, alright, act like he about to
Yeah,
walk.
alright.
It's like,
So, but then on top of that, he when he was about to pull, Kane was about to pull, and he was like, "Go ahead and pull this and make it easy for me." Monet wanted to ask me for a reason why I shot you.
He should have put that motherfucker down right there. He know I can't get down. He's a jackass for not putting his ass down right there.
So you said that right before you said, "Oh, and Monet not gonna need you no more." Yeah, like the nigga's been going at Kane all fucking season. You know what I'm saying? Even when he helped him, he was helping him like talking shit to him like he was his dad and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But they ain't got no police protection now. See, Kane, y'all might think Kane did a good thing, but Kane rushed to judgment usually leads them to being more fucked up than they
I
were
mean, he
before.
asked for it though. He asked for it,
Okay,
but you're right. You're right, Stacks.
I guess that, yeah.
You're right, because per CK, she stated that Kane just made one of the biggest mistakes by killing him. Because
And he's a
Monet
cop.
she's in such deep shit right now with the whole distro and all the other shit that's the one person that they needed to protect them, and he's dead.
Man.
So now she's basically Monet is
Already.
completely blind because there's no cop to come and tell her, give her a heads up to find out what's going on. Now they're completely blind in the streets.
So right now, Monet is at her weakest she's been this whole fucking season. Your hitter is gone. Your inside cop is gone. Your next motherfucker to take the business is shot in the hospital under surgery. Lorenzo is locked up.
Yeah, this shit shambles.
You beefing with you feel some kind of with Tariq because he took your money, he lost your money, but then he saved your daughter's life. And only person you really got left now is Diana, who's smart, but as far as like being able to handle the street shit, the muscle, or be able to go do collections, go get the money. You're right now.
She might get tested. She might get tested. I would love to see Diana get dirty.
Man, I'm gonna say like this. This is why, like even Drew asked
Right.
Monet like, "Yo, man, can we get some more help?" Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Monet trying to keep that thing.
Monet don't listen, man. She don't listen.
That crew need help. That's why you hire soldiers and all of that shit. You know what I mean? And she ain't doing it.
Hey, Mark, you kind of wish that she could connect with 2-Bit and bring him on as the muscle. I mean, that was my little pipe dream, man. I'm like,
if I was 2-Bit, I wouldn't join that shit at all because that shit messy as hell right now.
I'm gonna say like this: he'll find a way to get in there. You know what I mean? But that
the homie.
But, I'm gonna say like this. I think Drew. I think here's the thing with Monet. It's like the only person that she'll even discuss any decision with is Lorenzo, right? So even if I'm saying the kid's got a good idea, she ain't listening to that shit at all, right? If Tariq, and Tariq ain't even family, so it don't even matter if he got a good idea. She really ain't gonna really listen to it, right? No matter how much sense it makes. Like, so I think that's her downfall is because she rules with a heavy hand and she don't want no outside help. It's just all family, but that shit is breaking apart. She's not able to hold it together like that. And there's going to be some real backlash, if it keeps on continuing like this.
But don't you
it sound like Kane was right when he was talking to his father. Like she messing shit up.
Yeah,
She only there's only 2 connects out there now. Okay, Ethy I'm gonna keep it real because Tariq, I don't know who her connect is, but she getting product from somebody, and Kane, AKA GTG.
Mm-hmm. You
Those
know,
are only two people. And
well,
Monet don't know Ethy, and she kicked GTG out.
yeah, but here's the
Where's
thing.
she gonna get product from now?
No, but
The
see,
distro's coming
GTG,
after her.
she was she was giving GTG product. They like the hustlers. But Monet,
Yeah.
Effie was getting, for her product from somewhere else. So, and then she messed it up, with Rico and, DC Joe got killed and all of that. So it got to be somebody else, for real, who going to be the connect. And that's what
But
we
did
going
you
to
did
find
you
out.
see where I think GTG is Rico is with Rico now because Kane
Yeah,
said, where'd you get this product from, this Monet product? And that's when Kane was like, oh shit, Rico trying to get rid of Monet.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, because DC Joe ain't come home. That's why. That's exactly why. Like, I'm
Right.
saying?
So Monet not gonna have no connect. GTG is gonna have the connect.
Yeah,
And
you know,
we finally got to see Big Guap, what Big Guap looked like when Carrie was looking him up.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, he's
That's
dead, right?
little Guap's brother.
No,
it's
no, the Big Wop is dead, right? That's his dad,
it's,
right?
it's that's dad. It's
Yeah.
That's his dad or
problematic.
his older brother. His dad.
Yeah, I think
The
that's
dad, big
because he
pop.
was just like, yeah,
Hey,
in the beginning, he was
can
just
we
like,
all?
yo, I owe
Can we,
Guap, like Lil Guap, you know what I'm saying? For like,
yeah,
yo, dad, yo, I owe him my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
yo, can we
Monet
all?
has ruined that relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, but could we all agree that as volatile as Kane is, Monet and the family would definitely not be in this position had they not shunned Kane.
I'm gonna say like this: if
Well,
Monet
hold up.
with Monet, if what she never does is explain anything to Kane. I mean,
Right.
she'll talk to Drew, she'll talk to Diane. She never talks to Kane about any type of business. Just go do this shit, and that's it. And that's just for him that don't work. That don't work because like he understands how the streets roll and everything like that. Yo, explain some shit to me. Like yo, if she would have just explained a little bit to him, I don't think he would have went to Tariq. I mean, the way that he did, but not explaining shit left Kane to try to figure it out on his own. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That
Well, he
ended with
was.
a disaster.
But
Well,
Kane said that. He said that to her. He said, "Since when you don't run stuff through me no more?" Like,
exactly. She stopped.
Hmm. That's the
She,
problem.
He is reckless. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
all right. So let me ask y'all this: who's most at fault for setting Kane rogue, Monet or Lorenzo?
Monet.
You think so?
Monet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all really think Monet?
All Monet had to do was
Well,
explain shit to him. That's all
Nah.
she had to do.
So I disagree. Okay, my opinion is different. I disagree with y'all on that
yeah,
because
that's fine.
even with so when they had that little spill and he hit Monet by accident and Monet fell.
Technically, he ain't even hit her, y'all. He ain't even hit her. He
Oh
went
my
like this.
God.
He did. He did hit her. I was like, wait, what?
There,
Okay. He
there you
did.
go. But anyway, even when that happened, I don't think he's on the verge of going rogue. It was just I think he was more like he probably would have been going at that girl house for a couple of days, and then Diana would have talked to him, everything but smooth. But I think him getting beat up in prison when he went to see his dad walking out and said, "Don't ever put your hands on my wife again." I think
He
that,
earned that ass whooping though.
huh?
I get what you're saying though. That makes
He
sense.
earned that
I
ass
think
whooping.
he was gonna
I got
he
what
was
you're
gonna
saying.
come back home. He thinks that Monet told his dad, and his dad did that. Monet didn't know that he had got his ass beat. Neither did his
Right.
brother and his sister.
Yeah, hey man, I mean
And
when he
Monet was on the phone with what's in it, her husband, and she was like, "What did you do? What did you say to him?"
Yeah.
here's the thing, I mean he tried to explain to him Monet is me.
Monet's me. And
Like he tried to explain
I
it
know you ain't swinging on me.
exactly. Like, come
So,
on, boy, get it together, man.
well, I think Lorenzo was the one that more at fault for sending this nigga rogue.
For,
And
Because
you
for, for giving him a ass whooping that he earned.
I don't. Here's it. I don't. I feel like he should have did it himself or popped his son one time in the face. Like
No,
to
he's the
have.
boss. You know what I mean? The boss.
It don't
You
matter. This
know what I mean?
police. I'm not gonna let police put their
Boy,
hand on my child. You police. You're not going. You're not going to do that, bro. You're not
they
going. You're not
workers,
going to
bro.
touch
They
my child.
workers. They doubling as
You do.
workers. They work for 'em.
Okay, but hold up. But y'all, all right. You got to think like this. Someone like Kane, he's the physical person. He's the physical. He's that nigga when it comes to the muscle. He's the one that put the hands on people, et cetera, et cetera. So you got to think this nigga got a certain ego. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So to go through that shit, his ego is fucked up right now. He's damn wondering about everybody. Now he's trying to figure out. Now he's on the cusp like, yo, fuck the world. It's me against the world, or do I need to go on my own? So that's just my opinion. I think Lorenzo got more reason why.
Well, it's Monet's fault for what happened to Drew, even though his dumb ass got up. But now you're trying to, and he was right. That conversation that he had with his mother, yo, that was deep. That little moment was deep. Like, you trying to make me like Kane, like, and nah,
Mhm.
bruh. And she's desperate
Yeah.
right now. She's desperate without Kane. So
Yo,
now you forcing
and then
Drew to take a step up.
but then even
He
in
don't want it either,
that
and he don't want it.
moment at the dinner table, right? You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, when she was like, shoot all of me, like, yo, shoot Kane? Like, yo,
She was like,
like,
don't
shoot
say
my
that
brother?
name again. But she didn't
Shoot
answer that
my brother.
question.
Like,
We don't say
yo,
that name.
I mean, that's crazy.
She-
I mean, yo, shoot my brother? Like, nah.
and she wanted Drew to lay everybody down, including Kane.
Like, shoot
And I'm
Kane?
looking at the TV
Wow.
like, he not even built like that. Like, he'll shoot. But still, like, you want him to take everybody out like he Kane. He ain't Kane. He can't pull
You
that
know,
stunt.
it almost seems as though Diana and Drew are the ones she trusts the most, but it's like they're being held hostage. They don't want to be in the game. Kane wants to, and he's on the outside looking in. Diana want to go to school and play ball. Drew want to do his own thing, be an artist, and get with Devin or whatever his name is. But I find that quite interesting. You know, the two kids, they're trying to please their mother, but they don't want to be in the game. But they got to do what she say. When he got the son that wants to be in the game, that just he's so erratic and unpredictable and reckless that she's making the two that don't want to be in the game be in the game.
Diana turned real quick. She turned on Kane quick.
Well, now that was from emotions because I think Diana probably got Kane, probably Kane biggest supporter as of right now than anybody else. Like,
not no more because she slapped the dog shit out of him.
But my thing is that I'm trying to figure out Diana solidified that when they didn't want him there no more. Monet, of course, don't want him there no more. And y'all mad at him simply because, yeah, that's right. Y'all mad at him simply because he got sent away and he wasn't there when y'all needed him. That's crazy as shit to me. Like, what was you? Y'all sent me the fuck away. Y'all exiled me.
That
ain't the first time Monet, says some contradicting shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's one of the things when it comes down to where when a lot of times they say in the streets, it's nothing personal, just business. So Monet didn't want him to come back to the house. It was like, yo, you can't come back to the house on personal shit. But if you notice, even when they got into it, she didn't want him at the house on personal shit. But when it came to business, she never kicked him out the business. She only kicked him out the house. I don't know if y'all pay that attention. Even the first time when I think that's when he got into with him, then he got beat up, in prison. And Diana was like, yo, Kane is coming. And Monet was like, you think so? Like, yeah, I'll talk to him. So it was just personal. When Monet got upset, it was mainly, yo, you can't live under my roof.
But then she actually kicked him out the family.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. All right, you know what I mean? Shoot, man, let's get to it, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we'll
At
go.
these
We'll go
moments.
Tina. We go Tina last. So this the questions. We got the most important scene, favorite scene, most
I
important.
did my homework this time.
Oh
Did
shit!
you or did you fall asleep?
No, I wrote it down.
All right.
Okay. I mean,
So
all right. If you see scribble, yeah, I mean that means you fell asleep while writing. Okay. All right.
Which way we
we're
going
gonna start.
first?
We're gonna start with the favorite scene. Nah. You know what? We're gonna do the quotes first. We're gonna do
Okay.
it with the first quote.
Favorite quote?
Yeah, favorite
Favorite
quote.
quote. Okay.
Favorite
Who
quote
going first?
/ funny quote.
All right.
Oh shit. Funny quote. Was there a funny one this
No,
time?
Either or.
no, it's either way. Uh, I'll go first. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
go ahead.
Uh, I'll go first. Of course, Stacks is going like this one. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even in the damn episode, but he still had my favorite quote. And
The homie.
of course, this is from Two Bit. Where's my money? 50K this time for saving your bitch ass. I'm like, yo, I
Yes.
was laughing the
Yes.
whole time at that shit. I'm just like, yo, 2-Bit, you know what I'm saying, affects the episode again because Tariq always shook. Anytime, even when somebody texts you and you shook, that means you really shook on seeing this dude. You know what I'm saying? A text, dog. This dude ain't even that shit fool. It's a text. Like, man, so that was my favorite person.
All right. That
This is favorite scene or quote.
favorite quote.
Cool.
My favorite quote was via Bruce Chandria. It was deep as well. White people brought us here. They call us animals. They sell off our children, and when we fight back, we're the monsters. We're supposed to be scary, but they're the ones riding around in white hoods, burning crosses on people's lawns. Uh, do I even need to explain? Because that's deep. It's all facts, and that's why Bruce Chandria brought me my favorite quote.
All right. Tina B, favorite quote.
Um, so mine is from the CO because it was funny to me how she did it. So she said, "Lawyer, you don't have no rights in here." When Tasha asked for an attorney.
Yeah, I remember that too. They tossed the cells, look for the burner.
Speaking of
So
that, let's not forget to mention that the maintenance guy just blew his cover and took the phone from Tasha.
Sure did. That's
So
going
now
to be
she knows
key.
where the phone came up, and she asked him for a new phone, and he said, "I got you."
Yep.
Yeah.
all right, my
Only
my
time
my
if you ever remember.
my favorite dialogue is between Carrie and Carrie Monet. When Carrie was like, "My office hours are," and Monet said, "Right now," and Carrie said, "Oh, well, I don't think this time is appropriate." And Monet's like, "Appropriate? You mean like you fucking Zeke?"
Right, got
True.
you.
All right. Most important quote. Any
Uh,
volunteers? Drafting somebody. Most important quote.
I'll go ahead and give mine first. And
Quote.
it's along
You
the
got most
lines.
important. Yo. You got most important scene up. It's the most important quote.
Got you.
got it.
My bad. Most important quote. It goes to me. It goes along with the theme of the show, and it comes from Tariq when he said it's easy to judge from the outside, just like it's easy to judge the creature. And he says, "Can I finish?" When Laura interjects, and he said, "Everybody thinks the creature is a monster because of the way Frankenstein made him, but maybe it's the way Frankenstein treated him. Maybe that's why the creature is a monster." Now, I don't know if this correlation. I don't know if Tariq is talking about himself. The only thing that I can think about is the fact that Tariq used to always complain about being lied to. Remember, he used to always call everybody a bunch of liars and being fake. So I don't know if he feel as though uh, he's being created into a monster based on he's been treated by
Mm-hmm.
his family and in general. That's why that was my most important quote.
All right.
Mine was from Steven. So it's first rule of American politics. It's not the truth, it's how the truth looks. When he was talking to Sachs.
Yeah,
Mm.
That's true.
that's true. Very true. Very true. Shoot, mine's was from Kane. When he was talking Monet near the end. I'm your son too, just as much as Drew, Ma. You made me this way, Ma. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that was just, they was just speaking truth right there. Like he just felt that. And I understand that,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? I understand like that's how he kind of came about. And it's just like, yo, the way he's looking like, yo, I know I did some fucked up shit, but it's just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't really leave with much options, much option. That's how he felt, I think. So that was my favorite. That was the most important quote for me because that's gonna set up some other stuff moving forward.
True.
Well, my most important quote comes from Effie. When Tariq is trying to decide what to do, and follow whether his mom hit that sent the message through Paula. Effie was like, "You are a monster, Tariq. We both are. I accepted it that night when I turned you in, and as soon as you accept it, the better off you will be." And I think that set a whole range of emotions and thoughts with Tariq that he never really confronted before, that he ran from, and he finally confronted it this time. And I think from this point on, his whole all his moves is going to be different going
Mm.
forward.
Bad.
All right, so now we'll go to favorite scene.
Favorite
My
scene.
favorite scene is when Tariq met with Epiphany. Um, I was just like, because they were really just talking, right? And I understand, it was kind of a desperate move by Tasha, to have him go there, to kill her. But they really were just talking, right? And then once, she was just like, yo, I'll run. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had the opportunity, I'd just run. And then Tariq, you know what I'm saying, realized like, yo, we could do something about this right now. And then gave it a bag with the money, you know what I'm saying? Assuming that she did.
Yeah. Bad.
My favorite scene was when Drew was talking to his mother and he told her, I told Kane he got me all the way fucked up, and so do you.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Monet's expression was like, who the fuck you talking to? But she was still like in complete shock. But that was a real moment. Like Drew really said, like, you got me fucked up too, Ma. Like, I don't know what you think this is, but you got me fucked up too. I think at
Yep.
that moment she realized, in a short moment, she realized she was a fucked up person.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she realized that.
I said in a short moment. Short moment. It's like it
But
caught her off guard and then she came back too. Like,
But I tell you what, her loyalist person on the low is Diana. Because anybody that says something to Diana, says something to Monet in front of Diana, she be quick to tell them fall back. Because I remember she came downstairs and jumped on Kane real quick. Told Kane to fall the fuck back. Y'all fuck around
Diana's
Diana.
Diana's a follower. She gonna do what her mom say, even though she don't like it. She not her own person. Now, when she steps up, then I consider her.
Mm.
All right. Well, my favorite scene is it's going to be surprising to y'all. It's at the end. Every time Tamika comes to the show, I don't know if y'all see when she's walking really fast and with a purpose. Uh, but she walked up to Tariq. Tariq hands her the subpoena, and she asked him outright, "Did you kill your father?" And he said, "Yes. I didn't kill him because I'm a monster. It's because he was the monster." And I want to confess. Like Tina said earlier, I think that was a total load off of Tariq's shoulder, and I give him props for finally accepting responsibility. And that was my favorite scene.
I got a question about that scene though. You can hear me, right?
What up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he do that as like he owned it for 1 second? Like, yes, I killed my father. Like he owned it, but then he threw it back to say, "But I'm not the monster he is," to get Tamika to have more sympathy for him.
No, I
Well,
think you already
Tamika know who
had.
Ghost was. Yeah, Tamika know who Ghost was, and she stated,
Yeah,
"Yeah, I know he's a monster."
I don't think
I
Ghost
think
was. You think Ghost was a monster though?
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Because Tamika, the
Ghost,
only reason Tamika really wanted help is because she was on the team with the feds. Remember, she was in charge, so her goal was to
Ghost.
get Ghost, and she got the same vengeance that Sax had in the beginning. She want to get Ghost.
I don't think that Ghost is a monster simply because this whole thing started with Ghost trying to get out of the game, and everything that he did from the pilot episode up until he got shot was to get out of the game and to do better as a man. I mean, granted, a lot of people going to look at him differently, and they're going to look at him cheating on Tasha and all that good stuff. But I don't see him as. I mean, he did some things. I think that in comparison to Tommy, the people that he hurt along the way, it was as a means to an end versus this is part of the street life with Tommy. Like, okay, this motherfucker got to go because they snitch or they in the way. This, that, and the third, and that's why I think he's not a monster.
I'm gonna say like this. I think when Tariq, met with Tamika, like when he met with Tamika the first time, right, on this series, um, she had compassion for him then. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like I said, it's only one female that has no kind of, like that won't give him any pass, and that's Monet. Everybody else, really, every other female in his life really wants to help him out in some way.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And Tamika's one of those people because I'm like, yo, when he came to the crib, he had a gun on him. Like, yo, man, I might have to offer or whatever, right? But Tamika, I'm saying, brought him in her house, you know what I'm saying? And then he's kind of explained this story, and she felt, what he was saying. And everybody
Yeah, but
who
what she
talks
don't
to Tariq,
know is
they
he's
want
about
to
to
get him.
kill her ass.
Yeah, but nobody knows that about Tariq. But here's the thing, though, right? Like they all have some type of compassion for him. They all do. They all show their hand,
yeah.
like, "Oh, Tariq, it won't be that bad." Basically, that's what they're saying. It won't be that
I
bad. We
understand,
pull you
Tariq.
through.
I
You know what I'm
understand.
saying? Yo, that's what they do. This is how they do Tariq. Except Monet, the only one that don't do it.
Yeah, fuck
I'm
you, pay me. That's
interested.
Monet.
I'm interested in seeing how this court thing is gonna go down because Tamika not too cool with Davis for trying to subpoena her. Tasha might be mad because Tasha fired her and now Tariq got her. Tamika charged Tariq $1. Like, damn, all that money he paid to Davis, and Tamika should have just stayed to it. Tasha's lawyer. But how's that gonna work?
The whole
You
dollar
really
thing
think
is
you
like,
really think CK is really gonna let Tasha and Tariq get away with this shit, bro?
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
I'm really interested to see how it's going to end. But Merv, your favorite scene?
yo, I got two favorite scenes. I just want to mention real quick. Well, I guess it's a funny scene, but the funny scene is like, yo, look at that Kane move these fucking bodies, yo, with this smile on his face. Like that shit is fucking crazy. Nigga pick up a whole sawed off head, dropping body, dropping head, dropping arms and shit, bloody and shit. And nigga just smiling, man, like he just chilling on the beach in July and shit, just looking at
Like he bagging groceries.
Yeah, right?
Yo, little Guap's face was everything. He was looking at Kane like, this nigga's crazy.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like, yo, you know what this Kane and Lil Guap situation kind of remind me of? I don't know if y'all watch Game of Thrones, but fucking Ramsay and Fuck. What's the motherfucker that Ramsey cut Ramsey dick off and turned him into a slave and shit? Damn.
His name escapes me, but I know you're talking about.
But this is what this remind me of, because Rams was somebody like real big and shit, and got turned into a little punk. And Guap was supposed to be this big bad eye for an eye. It's like has become Kane's puppet.
Yeah,
just a
Because
straight
he was like, he didn't know who he was fucking with, and when he seen Kane chopping up them bodies and smiling with it, and he looking at him like, yo. But I think he don't like him still. He's still gonna try to come for Kane.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
That's try to come on direct, though. You know what I'm saying?
Which was crazy that Kane said he was loyal to Drew.
Absolutely.
He's loyal to fear. Because I mean he fears Kane a little bit. He's loyal to fear.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Every time that you see, see shows like this, you kind of see, where it's a fear and a respect, of some sort for the guy, I'm saying, for real, like, who puts in more work. So I'm like, if anybody, for the people who watch The Wire, you've seen that between Michael and Chris, you know what I'm saying? And, it's almost like, I'm saying, like, yo, this is the big bro. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I like
and
that.
Merv, he took
Becca said she thinks you're talking about Theon
Greyjoy.
Yeah.
Yep. Theon Greyjoy. He took his manhood. Ramsey took his damn manhood.
Ramsey took the up. Damn sure did. That's it. That's it. Yeah. All right. So now we got the most important thing.
All right. Most important scene. What do I have here? I think the most important scene is when Tariq first really admitted that he killed his father, and he admitted it to Monet. And really Monet was really going to do him right then, but then Tariq, I think Tina said this earlier, that he just was getting all these kind of confessions off his chest, and when he got to the part about Ghost, he was just like, yo, he didn't even see it coming. He was too late. You know what I'm saying? And Monet, had to ask him, after the shootout, yo, what was that you said about your father? Like, or maybe it was right before the shootout. I'm not sure, but you know what I'm saying? Right before. Okay. Right. You know what I mean? But it's the fact that, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that was the first time he said that to anybody, So I thought that was deep. You know what I'm saying? And then I think he felt more comfortable probably telling Tamika that. And even when Tamika said, yo, like, I'm your lawyer, it's in confidence. But I think, Tariq was just like, yo, what happened? You know what I'm saying? I got it off my chest. Yep. Now I can tell you, and we'll see how that plays out.
True. So I have three.
Damn.
That's crazy, right? I have three. So it's the conversation that Kane had with Drew. Basically, whose side you gonna pick? Okay. That was important. I have the one with Steven and Sachs. I actually, even though everybody hates Sachs, he really was genuinely honest. And it seems like the Democratic Party, which is Steven, is really on his ass for him to be crooked when he's trying to make things right. He's saying he want the truth to go out there, and they're like, Steven's like, no, we still want Tasha, and this would be great. And then when he said that comment, oh yeah, a black kid in Ivy League school, like, that was racist as hell. So yeah, that one. And when Kane killed the cop, because that's gonna play a big part moving forward, being that they don't have any protection anymore.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm not going. You can go ahead and go, Merv. My most important scene is the same as Marc, because of with the way they did it with the flashbacks and all that stuff. Man, it was dope, and I think it was very important. He came to the realization. He started accepting responsibility and all type of shit. So that was my most important scene as well.
All right. My most important scene is when Tasha called Paula back and had that heart to heart call out on fucking Davis, talking about his marriage and relating her situation to Paula's situation and be able to send a message through Tariq. And that seemed like it set a whole domino of thoughts to Tariq. And everything after that seemed like it came from that scenario with Tasha and Paula, because Tasha also found out that there was no witness, and then him going to Epiphany found out that this motherfucker is setting his ass up. So the Paula Tasha scene was my most important scene because a whole lot of shit went into place after that.
True.
You know what's funny about that scene though? Even though it was Davis lied and it was really Sack's witness, it was still to get Tasha off. She's fucking up her own case.
But she's willing to fuck it up to save her son.
Them motherfuckers trying to save each other.
She didn't know yet.
One of the motherfuckers got to go to jail.
She didn't.
At least one.
Tasha. I don't think did Tasha know. Is Tasha aware that they know that Tariq confessed? I don't think she's aware. I think Tariq knows because Paula showed him, right? But not Tasha don't know.
So let me ask.
So she's fucking up her own case.
Yeah, because she think
that's not a surprise.
but she's doing it to make sure that Tariq stays safe.
But it's Tariq. You know what? That's a good point, Tina. Is that the only reason he confessed? Because Paula showed him on tape. Do y'all think? I mean, was this? No. Y'all think so? Because this was. I'm trying to remember. What did Tariq let Monet and them know everything that he's been through?
No.
Before was that before? It was after.
Okay,
gotcha.
Okay,
got it.
This is the first time they knew anything.
Really don't know. They just know the St. Patrick family. I'm still trying to figure out, do anybody know ghosts? They're from Queens. Ghosts is from Queens.
I think Monet might know him, man, because Monet was. What's this about you? Hold on, no, because they know.
Isn't Ghost from Queens?
But you gotta understand though. Even if you go back to the first season, right? What did Ghost say? Ghost said, "Yo, we built our operation for finesse, insulated. We didn't build on, and when they were pointing out Ruiz, like, yo, that's a gang. We're a business, right? Not to say, man, they didn't know them coming up under Kanan or whatever, because because Kanan's from Queens too, and he came up under them. You know what I'm saying? So maybe the correlation wasn't really made. You know what I'm saying? Just yet.
But where's Julio?
I know that operation. Well, Julio came. I don't know. Julio might not be from Queens because he came out that gang that Ghost got him out of. You know what I mean? With the 718 tattooed on him. I forget. El Toro Locos or whatever. I don't know where they're from. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I don't know if they from Queens or not. But I'm just like, man, with Tariq though, it's kind of like, yo, like. Remember, before he killed his dad, the ghost of Kanan came right to him, and he was like, "Yo, you gonna let your mom, take the fall for this? You gotta step into that." And
I think, lean into it.
Yeah, so it's like, yo, like, I think, he's kind of like, yo, man, I ain't letting my mom go down. Like, if somebody going down for it, it'll be me. I just don't think that's what's gonna happen on the stand. I think, I'm saying for they both gonna be able to get off, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah, I feel like something gonna get flipped.
I'm just like, man, but I think he doesn't want his mom to go down.
Hey, Mark, so while you talking, let's go ahead and ask. Next week is the season finale, right? Is that correct? Sunday is the season finale. All right. So while you talking, what's your prediction on what you think will happen next episode?
We did the ghost moment yet, though.
That's right.
Let's run this ghost moment real quick. All right. My ghost moment was when Carrie walked in the office and Monet flicked on the light real quick and she right there, for her to tell her what the hell is going on and like, yo, what you think Like, look, I will get your ass fired, for basically because you fucking my nephew. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So that was my ghost moment because it was just like Ghost usually does that. He sneaks. You used to sneak into people's spots, and then be ready and waiting for him. So that's my ghost moment.
That
My ghost moment was when Tariq was talking to Braden. More lies. He needed Tariq. Tariq needed Braden to get to Ethy because he done burnt that bridge. He lied to him about who killed one of the GTG boys, trying to put it on Kane, and tried to give him that handshake like we good again, and Braden walked away from him. That was a ghost moment with usually what he do with Tommy.
Yeah, definitely.
My ghost moment was Tariq paying off Epiphany to bounce. Simply because we've seen Ghost. We've seen Ghost do that before. Ghost did it with Holly. Ghost did it with what's the old girl that Tommy ended up shooting in the face? He did it. He tried to do it with her, Maria. He tried to do it with Maria, and that's a clear cut Ghost woman. I don't know if he had it in him, Tariq, to kill Epiphany. But luckily he got the alternative. I almost didn't make it a ghost moment because she's the one who made the suggestion. But that's what I have as my ghost moment.
I have a question about that moment.
What up?
Because she's facing her third strike?
Third strike. Yep.
Yeah.
She's facing her third strike, and she does not have custody of her son. Had she did go to court for Sachs, she would have got released from that, and she would have got custody back from her son. So now that she accepted the money to just leave, she's gonna be on the run because she's still facing her third charge, and she doesn't have custody of her son. So the question is, will she be back?
I think they're gonna hold that in their pocket as a trump card for when they need to add some excitement back to the show.
Yep, and it'll probably be next season.
So my ghost moment same as Mark with Monet sitting in the damn dark, Carrie walking in, she's telling Carrie, yo, this is what the fuck is about to happen. This is what the fuck you going to do. Or you gonna suffer this consequence. Period.
Facts.
All right.
From that time,
let's get into a prediction. You know what I'm saying? Next episode, I'm gonna give you my prediction. My prediction is Kane miraculously will be somewhat affiliated with his family again. And I think Lorenzo's going to shot call that whole situation. And he's going to be miraculously back with the family. And then they're going to figure out where to go from there.
I don't really have a big prediction because this episode went left. I wasn't expecting some stuff that took place in this episode. I wasn't expecting the cop to get shot so soon. I wasn't expecting the bar to get shot up like that. So, but as far as I saw there was a little smirk on one of the previews on Tariq's face when he was on the stand. I don't think he's going to confess or anything like that. I think he's just going to flip it because I still think him and Tasha are going to try to want to get off. I don't think he really want to do that big.
Well, this is a bold season finale prediction. Because I kind of
and I think Davis is going down. By the way,
you think
she said she think Davis is going down, but as far as my bold prediction, and I think it would be total justice. I think that little Guap is waiting on the right opportunity to clip Kane. I know I would be if I was put in that situation. I don't want to go as far as saying Kane is going to get clipped, simply because I think that character lives on in the season 2. But I think he's going to get. I think that at the bare minimum, little Guap is going to try to clip him, and he's going to be unsuccessful.
Merv?
Merv?
You know, they're not gonna have. I don't see them having two goddamn brothers getting shot in back-to-back show. I don't know about that.
That's a good
That's
point.
very bold. That's very bold. I don't see CL writing that shit in. But look, I think it's gonna be some legal technicalities that's gonna help Tasha and Tariq out. If y'all remember the last question, hush Tina. If y'all remember the last question that Tamika asked Tariq, how did Sax know? And Tariq, being his normal goddamn self, it doesn't matter, I just want to confess. Yes, motherfucker, it does matter. Because he could have gotten that shit illegally, was not even admissible in fucking court, where you may not even have to motherfucking confess. So tell your lawyer fucking thing that you know, and I think that's gonna be used and to help Tariq out because I don't think it's gonna be admissible. And also think that I feel like she's gonna get off by that video of Davis and Sax being together at the at Epiphany House where they're working together.
Prosecutorial misconduct. Yeah.
Where they're working together, and I think it's gonna be some legal technicalities that's gonna help both of their ass out, and that's how the fuck they're gonna get out of that shit.
I gotta wait a minute. Now, how you figure that's gonna happen? Because the only people that have that picture is the Democratic Party.
What picture?
Of Sax and Davis together at Epiphany House, and the Democratic Party is completely against Tasha. So
yeah, but
I don't think they would use that to help her case.
Davis know about it.
Davis don't know about those pictures. Only Sax knows.
Sax showed Davis the picture. Remember?
Yes, you're right. That they was being followed.
Yep.
But why you think Davis is really going to use that and he's going to incriminate himself?
I don't know how it's going to be used, but I feel like both those. I feel that picture is going to be used and that video is going to be used to help their ass out.
Let me read Elmore's prediction. He says Sax will get killed, not by Tariq's hands, but by his words. This will officially close out the themes from the original series.
And it should. You know what I'm saying?
I wish that happened. I wouldn't mind Sax getting fucking clipped. Yeah. He should have been going a long time ago.
I would say, like, if you do get clipped, you get clipped by the Democratic Party. that's what I think personally.
Yeah, because Stephen Mark has had it up the fucking here with Sax.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Anybody else had any predictions? I think that was it. Okay.
I feel like Sax's hand is getting forced.
Yeah.
By the Democratic Party.
But Sax's brother told him he was going to mess this up.
Kevin.
Sax's brother told him he was going to mess this up in the beginning when they were calling him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's exactly what's going to happen at the end of this thing.
Hat facts.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all ready to put a bow on it?
Yeah. Shout them sponsors, yo.
Yo, shout out to Blackjack TV. Shout out to 1 Mile High Radio. Shout out to YouTube, Facebook. Shout out to all the fans that's rocked with us. We know 2020 has been a rough year, but we appreciate y'all rocking with us. Next time we see y'all, it's going to be 2021. We wish everybody, each and every one of y'all, happy and prosperous 2021. We have our last show of the year tomorrow, as far as when we form like Voltron on Wednesdays with the guys. Hopefully y'all catch the Hip Hop Corner. They did the year in review last night. The guy Dre, the guy Sean, pretty decent. But we coming at y'all tomorrow. We're gonna do some reviews as well as the guys. We just really appreciate the love and y'all rocking with us. And I think that's about it. See y'all tomorrow at 8. And we formed like Voltron, the guys podcast, the last one of the year. Can't stress enough. Have a happy and safe and prosperous new year. Anybody else got anything? I think that's about it, right?
No, that's about
Well,
it.
let me leave my 2020. I appreciate you guys. I met you guys 2020 because I was watching Power and I was in the comments. And I mean, everybody done had, 2020 been real rough. And
It was.
this was a good moment for me. I mean, I had a rough year. I was an essential worker, so I didn't get to have off. But meeting you guys and you guys allowing me to be on your podcast was a breath of fresh air, and I'm glad I met you guys. So I appreciate it.
We appreciate you too, all day long.
Yeah, definitely brought a whole different perspective and angle, and added some flair to our show.
Yeah, but that's about it. Hold on, we got some comments. I don't want to leave these folks out before we Hey, yeah, Kevin, we appreciate you coming on, man. Hey, tell a friend, and tell that friend to tell a friend, man. We really do appreciate it. Rebecca, Cuzzo, thank you for rocking with us. I saw you on the Hip Hop Corner last night. That's what it is. We'll go ahead and put a bow on it and wish y'all good night. See y'all tomorrow. And we're gonna salute y'all.
Mo, for jumping in, man. Appreciate
Shout
you, bro.
out to Kyra and Kev for jumping in. Becca, I love you.
Doubt. We appreciate y'all, man. For real. The love is awesome. And we'll holler at y'all. Peace.
Out.